So it's officially been 2 months since my competition date. For those of you who are new, I'm an OCB bikini competitor. I did my first OCB competition in November, and I'm officially 2 months out from show date. I'm gonna share with you guys how my build is going. I'm fully out of my reverse diet now and in full force bulking mode. I'm gonna share updates with my physique, changes with my nutrition plan, changes with my training split, and everything in between. Before I dive into this episode, if you don't already subscribe and you want to stay up to date on everything training, nutrition, and overall living a healthy lifestyle, be sure to hit that subscribe button in the bottom right-hand corner. Let's dive right into this episode. Series that I did going into my show, I did weekly updates because my body was changing at a weekly basis, especially in a competition prep. However, when I'm in a building phase, it takes a lot longer to put on actual size, muscle, and put on healthy weight. And what I mean healthy weight is, yes, I'm putting on muscle, but I'm also putting on a little bit of body fat. And to do that in a relatively good ratio type of way, so I'm only putting on as minimal body fat as possible, I have to do it in a very slow and controlled manner. So I'm looking anywhere from like a pound, maybe 2 pounds per month, which is why I'm doing a month-to-month basis update on my bulk. So last month, I'm gonna share some photos here. I was roughly 117, I believe, going into the end of December. I was eating around 2,200 calories. I was still lifting about 4 days a week, running maybe once a week, not hitting a step count. I was gonna try to hit for 8,000 steps per day, but I've been failing at that with our crappy weather. So that's kind of where I was at. My biggest areas I want to build are my delts and my glutes. I haven't measured my delts. I should probably start measuring them. That'll usually go more by strengths and photos and my posing. And then as far as glutes go, they were around 36 inches. So fast forward 4 weeks, hello January. We are in a full build right now, and I'm really excited to share with you guys these updates. So this morning, I was officially my new high of 121. I have not seen 120 on the scale literally this entire build, so this is my first time. I've been very consistent with my calories, hitting anywhere from 2,200 to 2,300 calories. So with that big increase in weight, I was really happy. I'm hoping to maintain it. The first time I hit a new high, it takes me a few days to a few weeks to kind of maintain it. So I'm hoping to at least maintain at least 120 for the end of January, and then aiming towards like 122 to 123 the end of February. Because I've been really gaining at a slow rate, I'm gonna bump up my calories to about 2,400 calories. All I'm really caring about right now is hitting the minimum of my calories and about 150 grams of protein. Carbs and fat, I'm being super flexible. I'm making sure I'm hitting at least 200 to 250 grams of carbs, and fats I'm always over on because I just eat a really high fat diet with my avocados, peanuts, nuts, seeds, yogurt. It's just naturally a really high fat diet, healthy fats of course, but I don't have a problem hitting my fat intake. My current training split is still very similar. I'm focusing right now on improving my deadlift. So I'm also focusing on some strength goals in this build. So I've broken up the year into quarters. So the first quarter, I'm focusing on my deadlift, trying to get it at least 250. My current PR is like 215, so this is a stretch. And I'm going into the end of phase 1 for this. During this time, unfortunately, I've already had illnesses in 2024. I got stitches and hurt myself in 2024. So my deadlift has not gone up much. I think I hit barely 200 last week, but I did fail the next number I was trying to go up on. So I'm hoping going into this week, I can at least hit 210, at least maybe 215. My current training split is 4 times a week. I'm hitting legs twice a week for full leg days, and then a third time with a total body aspect. So I'm hitting like a glute and back day. I also have a well-rounded shoulder day that has a little bit of chest in there, but nothing too crazy, just some incline benching. So that's kind of my split. I'm not hitting minimum steps. I'm averaging probably anywhere from 5,000 to 6,000 just with work. And I am running about once, maybe twice per week because I do have a 10K coming up in 2 months. On top of that, I am skiing at least once a week right now. Hoping to keep that kind of going forward because skiing is just one of my general goals of 2024. So between my skiing, running, my energy output is pretty high, which is why I'm doing this big increase in my calories. I was aiming to be at like 120 by the end of 2023, so I didn't really hit that goal. I did hit about that 117, but then falling ill, I did drop down to 115 for the first week of 2024, got myself back up to like 117, 119, and now averaging hopefully 120 to 121 for the next week or so. I would say on average, my strength is pretty much back to where it was pre-prep, which is awesome. Hormonally, I'm completely healthy. I have a completely regular cycle. I have my period like clockwork every single month now. So I did have a little bit of a late period the first month after prep, but that's all back to normal. Strength is back to normal. Recovery is back to normal. I crank up my calories after show to make sure that I'm recovering and building as quickly as possible. I don't get a lot of rebound weight, which you might hear with a lot of other athletes. So after competing, being such a low body fat, people will rebound like 20, 30 pounds if they don't do it in a healthy, slow manner. I have only gone up, I think maybe 10 pounds total, and it's been at a very, very slow rate. So just to recap, my next steps are keeping my calories at 2,400. I started this yesterday, so we will see if I can maintain it. That's a lot of food for me, so that might look like really high calorie protein shakes. Like my 600 calorie protein shake is yogurt, protein powder, almond milk, 2 tablespoons of peanut butter, banana, and frozen berries. I'm also doing like a high calorie breakfast, so I'll do like eggs, turkey bacon or chicken bacon, avocado, bagels, sometimes some cereal with that too, snacking a lot throughout the day, all really whole food sources. I'm not eating out all the time, currently not drinking at all, so I'm trying to make sure I'm limiting my weight fluctuations so that I know that it's true weight I'm putting on. For example, a lot of my clients, when they drink, they'll fluctuate in weight from anywhere from like 5 to 10 pounds on a week-to-week basis. I'm not drinking to optimize recovery and then also to really get a true reading of where my weight is at. Out of measurements, I personally do not measure my waist because that's just going to go to my head, but I did measure my glutes, so they are up to 27.25 inches, so that's 1.5 inches or 1.25 inches, sorry, from my last measurement, which was about a month ago. Obviously some muscle, obviously some fat. That's totally normal. My legs are up to about 22 inches, with my left still being my dominant leg, so a little bit of a discrepancy there. I'm gonna measure my shoulders for my next video because I haven't been measuring, so I'll get some measurements on that. And then here are some pictures of just progressing. I'm gonna share with you guys right here what I'm looking like right now. I'm feeling pretty good. Like I like the way I fill in once I start to put body fat back on. Definitely feeling completely energized now. I'm feeling really good, like not brain fog, fatigue. I can go into my lifts nice and heavy. Barely taking any pre-workout at this point. I am using protein powder a lot just because I need to get my calories up. I might be eating more things I wouldn't normally have. Like I did have a Reese's last night. That was 200 calories, just if anyone wanted to know. The Big King Reese's, like one of those are 200 calories, fun fact, and a lot of sugar. So I'm not doing that all the time, but every once in a while I might splurge. If you guys have any questions about my build or what direction I'm going in or why I'm going the direction I'm going in, feel free to send them and put them in the comments. I'm more than happy to answer them. Like I said, eating mostly whole foods, cooking almost all my food, 2,400 calories, 150 grams of protein, taking creatine and protein for my only supplements other than like my multivitamin and probiotic, getting 8 to 9 hours of sleep pretty regularly, and I track it on my Whoop strap that I got for Christmas, so I know my recovery has been pretty good. Let me know if you guys have any questions, and if you don't already subscribe, be sure to hit that subscribe button and stay tuned next week for some different types of topics. I'm going to be talking about like sleep and recovery and building muscle and a few other things. So stay tuned next week for health, training, and nutrition tips and tricks. So thanks again for watching.